Have you ever paused to consider the weight of all that you carry? The endless to-do lists, the relentless pursuit of the next big thing, the pressure to consume more knowledge, more experiences, more possessions. It's a cycle that promises fulfillment, yet often leads to exhaustion and dissatisfaction. But what if the key to unlocking your potential lies not in what you add to your life, but in what you choose to let go? Imagine standing at the crossroads of your ambitions, where instead of piling on another task or chasing another trend, you take a moment to assess what truly serves you. This is not about deprivation, it's about liberation. By shedding the unnecessary, you make space for what genuinely matters, for the passions that ignite your spirit, and for the relationships that nourish your soul. Together, we will explore the transformative power of subtraction, revealing how the most successful individuals have mastered the art of doing less to achieve more. Prepare to challenge the status quo and embrace a new paradigm, one where freedom and wealth are found not in accumulation, but in intentional simplicity. Let's confront the most alluring deception that has ensnared countless individuals, the belief that financial success can be achieved through borrowing. The allure of a luxury vehicle on a lengthy loan, a wardrobe brimming with high-end brands purchased on credit, or a home in a prestigious neighborhood financed by a burdensome mortgage. These are not markers of true wealth. Instead, they represent a dangerous illusion, a trap that leads to financial self-sabotage. The irony is stark. You are willingly paying interest to feel inadequate. The wealthy understand debt differently. They wield it as a strategic tool, a means to acquire income-generating assets like rental properties or business equipment. They never allow debt to become a mechanism for indulgence or consumption. Every dollar spent on interest for a depreciating asset, be it a car, a gadget, or an extravagant trip, is a dollar that could have worked for you. It's a lost opportunity, a betrayal of your financial potential. The neighbors you strive to emulate, many are struggling, trapped in a cycle of emotional and financial bankruptcy. True wealth is not flaunted through logos or material possessions. It emanates from an inner confidence and the knowledge that one's choices are genuine and self-directed. Their wealth is quiet, their peace of mind palpable. Therefore, the first step towards adopting a wealth mindset is clear. Cease using borrowed funds to validate your existence to others. Real freedom is the ultimate status symbol, and it is not something that can be purchased on credit. It's time to reclaim our narrative and redefine what it means to truly thrive. This engine, fueled by the relentless desire for more, crafts a narrative that equates acquisition with fulfillment. Every advertisement, every flash sale, whispers the same seductive promise. This will make you happy. Yet, the fleeting joy of a new purchase often evaporates as quickly as it arrives, leaving us in a cycle of perpetual wanting. The truth is, true progress is not found in the accumulation of things, but in the thoughtful management of our resources. The wealthy understand this distinction. They recognize that every dollar spent is a choice that shapes their future. Instead of succumbing to the siren song of instant gratification, they pause to evaluate the long-term impact of their financial decisions. By reframing consumption as an investment opportunity, they cultivate a mindset that prioritizes growth over momentary pleasure. The question we must all confront is, are we living to consume, or are we consuming to live? Your mission is to construct your second pillar, not at some distant point in the future, but right now. The wealthy mindset inherently rejects the notion of relying on a single point of failure. They recognize that genuine security, the kind that allows for peaceful sleep amidst economic turmoil, stems from a multitude of diversified and resilient income streams. This isn't just a suggestion, it's an imperative. We're not merely advocating for a side hustle, we're discussing the creation of a comprehensive income ecosystem. Picture it as a city's water supply system, comprising various components. 1. Active income. This is your main reservoir, your job or active work, where you exchange time for money. 2. Passive income. Think of this as the aquifer, the hidden springs that provide income without requiring constant effort. dividends from stocks, royalties from creative works, or rental income from properties. 3. Portfolio income. This represents the rain catchment, capturing capital gains from investments that appreciate over time. 4. Royalty/IP income. Envision this as the desalination plant, revenue generated from creations that continue to pay off long after their initial production. The wealthy constantly ask themselves, what would happen if my primary income disappeared tomorrow? They proactively build answers to that question long before it arises. This is why they invest in rental properties, develop online courses in their spare time, or contribute to index funds monthly without fail. Each income stream acts as a tributary, nourishing the expansive river of their financial life. The choice is yours, and it begins with the courage to prune away the toxic influences in your life. Just as a gardener tends to their plants, removing weeds and nurturing growth, you must engage in cognitive curation. This means being intentional about the influences you allow into your mental space. Energy vampires, dream killers, time sinks, and unsupportive voices can infiltrate your garden, stunting growth and sowing seeds of doubt. It's not merely about distancing yourself from negativity. It's about creating a sanctuary for positivity and ambition. Surround yourself with inspirers who ignite your passion, challengers who expand your perspective, and builders who share your vision. By consciously choosing your circle, you elevate your mindset and, in turn, your potential. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are you nurturing your garden or allowing it to be overrun? We often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of inaction, seduced by the allure of perfect planning and the promise of a flawless execution. This is the perfect paralysis, a deceptive state that masquerades as diligence, but ultimately stifles our potential. It's not failure that holds us back. It's the hesitation to begin, cloaked in the guise of thorough research and waiting for that elusive right moment. Those who adopt a millionaire mindset recognize a fundamental truth. Taking massive, imperfect action will always yield more results than remaining idle, lost in theoretical musings. They understand that opportunities are fleeting and that the engine of human achievement is momentum, which can only be ignited by taking that first, albeit shaky step. They embrace the reality that readiness is a myth. The fear of failure will always linger, but it should not dictate their actions. Instead of waiting for fear to dissipate, they choose to act in its presence. They adopt the empowering mantra of good enough to start. Whether it's launching a rudimentary website, making a modest investment, penning the initial draft of a book, or initiating an uncomfortable conversation, they know that the journey will be fraught with changes and missteps. Each misstep is not a setback, but a valuable lesson, a data point that informs their path forward. While many remain ensnared in the paralysis by analysis trap, the successful are actively engaged in the arena of life. They are not afraid to get their hands dirty, gathering real-world feedback rather than relying solely on theoretical constructs. This relentless pursuit of action fosters a compounding effect of experience, confidence, and progress, ultimately generating an unstoppable momentum. The final lesson is clear. Abandon the fantasy of someday and the perfect conditions that seem to exist there. The perfect time is an illusion. The only moment that matters is now. The best plan is the one you initiate today. This is the quiet work, the unsexy work. Now go and subtract. It is cleared through courageous subtraction. Subtract the status debt that chains you. Subtract the mindless consumption that drains you. Subtract the delusion of a single income source that risks you. Subtract the negative influences that poison you. Subtract the perpetual waiting that paralyzes you. Wealth isn't just what you build, it's what you survive.